When I look back my 50 years, I'm gonna be 50 this October, I feel like I had already 3 lives, like 3 different, completely different lives. And some of the things I did, it scares me. But at the time, I thought that was the right thing to do. So when I was younger, I always wanted to be free and I wanted to create the life I wanted, which I didn't know exactly, but I knew it. I wanted to travel all over the world. So that was a young, very innocent, kid's dream, fantasy dream, like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to live in the jungle, I want to live in an isolated island and there's nobody there, there's monkeys and elephants and only me live on the island, and that was crazy. But after, of course, I started school, I realized that that's not possible. Well, that could be possible, but it's not something I wanted to pursue. And then in my 20s, I really didn't know exactly what kind of person I wanted to be or what kind of life I wanted to have. So I taught in high school and I really enjoyed it. I really had the freedom that I didn't need to wear a suit, or I was treated pretty much equally as any other teachers. My coworkers, so much older than I was or much younger, it didn't matter, age or gender, it didn't matter, because teaching position was very respected over there. So I had a really great time. And then I left my teaching job because I felt like I needed a little bit more than what I was doing. So I went to graduate school and I pursued my dream to study cultural anthropology, which my dad, my mom didn't think that was the job of give me good position, teaching at the university, because still it wasn't common subject taught in college in Japan back then. But I really wanted to pursue because I was so curious about people's life, like why people make decisions in that way and why they had this kind of lifestyle, why the culture evolved differently, why was my biggest question in my 20s. So I did, I had 3 different jobs and I made enough money, so I left Japan and I went to Canada and the States. And my 30s was another time I taught in college, which I totally enjoyed. I truly loved it. And that was something I wanted to do. So I had a great time and my students were great. And college, teaching at one of the oldest women's universities in Japan, very respected and has so much freedom. I had a 4-month paid vacation and it was great. I traveled so many different places and I felt so free. But there was something missing, something like I wanted to do more. And it's not like I wasn't happy. And that's a thing. I was doing okay. I was doing actually pretty great. But there's some voice said that there's something more. There's something I wanted to pursue, and that something wasn't clear. And that was the hardest part. And I could have stayed there, but I had to listen to my voice. I could not ignore my voice because the voice, tiny voice, got bigger and bigger and I could not ignore anymore. So I left the job and then started the face yoga method journey. And it was just by accident, but I knew it very deep inside of me. That was something I really wanted to pursue because I can combine the exercise and healthy eating and meditation and how you think, create the life you want to create. It's everything I can put it together. But still I had a little bit of struggle and self-doubt. I wasn't sure how I can make it a full-time business. And my 40s is all about raising family and being committed to do what I'm doing now. And I can't even think about other kind of job if I'm not doing this face yoga method, because I really love what I'm doing and I'm creating all the time. I'm thinking all the time and I can't help myself but think what I can do more to create what I already have, and it's fun.